Okay, another description given to reading is a language process. Parang pareho lang sa previous, na? Because of the words, the symbols, and the language itself, the meaning. Another meaning is continuous growth process, because there are different stages that we have to go through when it comes to reading. For grade 1, we start with the pre-reading skills. Another is the beginning reading development. Then another is the period of rapid growth. That is for grade 3 and grade 4. And then the period of refinement. Even us, are we are still in the period of refinement. Naniniwala kayo doon? Na nasa period of refinement pa rin tayo. So that's why it's a continuous process. It is a multifaceted and complex skill. Yes, because it involves vocabulary development, and in vocabulary development, we have several skills there to develop, like configuration, sight reading, context clues through structural analysis. What else? What else do we have under vocabulary development? Yes, I mentioned that already. Ano ba? Through pictures. Associating the word with the picture is another skill that we can include in vocabulary development. Complex skill in comprehension is not just on noting details, but also on sequencing events, predicting outcomes, what else? Making inferences, ano pa? Drawing conclusions, the complicated skills and reading. And it is a long-distance discussion between the reader and the author, yes. Although we're just funding a book with a selection in it, but we are actually communicating with the writer. Another is, it's not a reaction to a text, but an interaction. The word interaction there is very important. Because if you just read without any interaction, it seems that there is no understanding or comprehension of the material. The interaction that the reader takes is very critical. And so, why do children fail to learn to read? That's why we thought of adapting this approach in teaching English using concentrated language encounter, because the problem of non-readers is quite difficult to handle. At times we target for a zero non-reader, but it's very improbable. No? Perhaps just lessen or minimize the number of slow readers or non-readers in our school. And so if we will be able to minimize it, at least it will be a great help to our learners. First item there is no prior experience of written language or are unfamiliar with language code. Yes, especially these children who are poor, wherein the parents are not providing them materials, reading materials just at the very early age. If possible, sabi nga ng isa, while the child is still in the mother's womb, we should start exposing the child by letting him or her hear music, stories from tapes. And even the 0-month-old, we can start providing them a read aloud activity. Alam niyo, ginawa ito ng isang teacher sa Mandaluyong. Buntis pa lang daw siya. Tapos, hanggang sa lumaki hanggang baby ang bata, naging genius yung bata, yung anak niya. Ginawa niya daw yung turo ng kanyang pinsan na psychologist. And very effective. Kaya yung mga dalaga pa rito, na malapit ng asawa, subukan nyo din. Make it as an experiment. Okay. And kung walang binibigay ang magulang ng mga reading materials, kasi kahit mga 3, 4, or 5 months pa lang ang baby, we can provide them with read aloud activities just by hearing the sound of the words they become familiar to those words. And if you do it every day or every night, time will come that they will be able to assimilate these words that they hear from the stories that you read to them. And so they become familiar. Samantala itong mga nasa, yung mga mahihirap, walang makiyas, kaya they are unfamiliar with the code, with the words. Meron pang isa yung talagang mga concerned parents, ito they do. They buy tapes, yung mga Jollibee, meron silang mga tapes. Yung they watch Barney, ano pa, yung Dora, kahit hindi pa sila nakakaintindi, but we frequently expose them to these materials. They will be able to assimilate what they have listened to. Then, due to linguistic and cultural factors, this is true. English is not our first language. Diba ho? It's our second language. And because it is not a part of our culture, that's why it becomes an impediment to the reading ability of our learners. What else? Inability to meet their parents' or teachers' expectation in reading, yes. Sometimes the teacher has so much expectation on the ability of our pupils, and so the materials that she provides for the pupils are not within the ability level of the children. So nagkakaroon ng obstacles sa reading. And at times the parents are so excited, especially those parents in the preschool. Gusto nila pagkatapos ng preschool, nakakabasa na. That's not just our goal in preschool. We are after the development of the reading readiness. So nagugulat yung bata doon. Pupils' characteristics, yes, this is very important. Sometimes yung bata has problem on hearing. E kung hindi nakakarinig, of course, you will be able to listen to hear what the teacher says. Ano bang problema? Poor eyesight. Problema din yan. And even the health is a problem. Especially the child comes to school hungry. Kung gutom, walang concentration. Ganun din tayo, di ba? Pero ngayon, busog na kayo. May concentration na ba? Okay. School factors. Sino kayang mabiblame dito? Ha? Tayo siguro, aminin natin. Minsan, we are not using the right approach that would suit to the level of the children. What else? How about the place or the classroom? Can we consider it also as a deterrent? Yes. The classroom to be deterrent. Ano pa? Relationship, very good. Relationship of the teacher to the masyadong bossy ang teacher. Parang general kung parang nasa military parate. So anong dapat doon? We should show compassion, understand the